EMT member in L5 inside my System Pro, Mr. Justice Egan. Justice, where are you guys?
I'm here. Can you hear me, Mary?
I can. How are you?
Excellent. I'm doing great. Unfortunately I am not in L5 yet. I am still right on the cusp, but very excited to be. But listen, yeah, the winds of change are blowing here, and it presents huge opportunity for everybody, and I'm really excited to share some of the content I have here today. Awesome. Sorry, guys, I'm on.
Awesome. I'm going to give you a call.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, guys, for those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. For those of you who are regular MLSP Morning Wake Up Call attendees, welcome back. I'm going to talk about some really fundamental stuff today. We know that there's shifts going on at MLSP that all roads are going to start leading to mastery, which is going to mean huge opportunity for you from an income standpoint. It's going to mean getting people started off with all the tools in their arsenal. Okay. It's going to mean MLSP doing webinars that sell for you so that MLSP can become a profit center. Okay. So really, guys, what I'm going to share with you here today is about about business, and whether you choose to make MLSP a primary profit center, whether your MLM business is your main profit center, whether you have many profit centers. The bottom line is this: if you're going to have a home business, okay, there's certain things that you need to do, and that's what we're going to talk about here today. Too often I get emails from people who have started in the network marketing business, and I get the email that says, "Please help." What do I do? I don't know where to start. I need to make money right away. You're gonna, some of you who have teams inside My Lead System Pro or inside your network marketing business or speak to prospects, get that one a lot. How do I get started right away? Then other times, a lot of times in our network marketing business, guys, people talk about, well, people aren't taking me seriously, right? I talk to friends and family, or I talk to a prospect on Facebook, or I talk to other people, and they're not taking me and my business seriously. Well, that's what we're here to solve today. Okay, because regardless of what a great system you have, regardless of what a great mentor you have, there's certain things that you need to do to treat this like a business so that you can get the results we talk about. You can get the results Mary and Dean and all the other leaders in MLSP talk about. So, guys, first things first, a big shout out to Mary and Dean. These guys are always, they're here every morning. They run this amazing wake-up call. It's an amazing resource for you guys. And then the other thing is, and I've been going to the MLSP fan page still when I'm on this call, but today I'm going to go into the group. And I've posted a big picture of the phone in there. And I want you guys to go on there and let me know you're on. Let me know if it's your first time. Give a shout out. Let us hear you. Let us know that you're participating in this unbelievable resource you have in the MLSP community, and then we'll chat over there later. So today, guys, I want to talk about the 4 key components of a real home business. Now, there could be more, certainly, but we're going to focus on 4 here that I just feel like too many people miss the boat on. Too many people don't have them, okay? And one of the big things here is what I would call opening the doors to your business. Now, a lot of you who are focused on traditional MLM, your upline will tell you, have a grand opening, right? A big kickoff party, something like that. Others of you may be online and focusing on affiliate marketing or top tier or basic online direct sales, whatever. Okay, the bottom line is this. In some way, shape, or form, you need to kick off the opening of your business. Why is this? Well, why do big kickoff home parties or big blitzes online when you first start? Why are they important? Well, first of all, you want to hit the ground running. Okay, you want to fail forward. But most importantly, you're making an announcement. You're making an announcement to the people around you. You're making an announcement to the online community that you participate in. You're making an announcement that you're here to open this business, that you are in business and you're going to make it happen. This, and I hate to say it stops you from being able to just slip over to a plan B, okay, to fail quietly, to disappear. Okay, we need to make it known that we're doing business. Okay, if for no other reason than to hold ourselves accountable. Okay, now when we're in business, guys, we need to take this seriously. Now, regardless of what kind of business you're in, it's likely that the barrier of entry was relatively low. And I've heard it say before, you need to treat your MLM business like it's $1 million business, like it's the $1 million business is going to be. Act like the CEO of that $1 million business. Okay, too often a low barrier of entry keeps everybody kind of dipping their toe in the water. Okay, just because it only costs you a few $100 to get into business doesn't mean that you can put a few $100 worth of effort in and it's going to change your future. It just doesn't work like that. So for starters, if you want people to take you seriously, it has nothing to do with results. Believe me when I tell you that. Okay? When you're talking to someone online, when you're approaching someone in public, whoever you're approaching with your business, I hear people say all the time, well, I need to show them results so they know that this works. No, guys, belief comes from those who are in the business that you've seen it work for. Those success stories. You do not have to go forward with results to get results, okay? You have to go forward with vision. You have to go forward with confidence. You have to go forward with drive, determination, a plan. Every single person who's in business had to make their first sale, had to sponsor their first representative. Okay, based on that fact alone, you don't need results to get started. So take this business seriously. Be the $1 million business owner. Okay, that's what's going to produce a $1 million business. So let's talk about the 4 things that your business should have. First and foremost, hours of operation. Every business I've ever seen out there in the traditional business world has hours of operation. Okay, yet I ask every struggling home business owner, what does a week in your life look like? Tell me what a day in your week looks like. And they struggle to answer. They don't know. Okay, a lot of times people will tell me it depends. Well, it depends on how much time I have. It depends on how late I work. Guys, I get that life happens. Okay, but if you're just winging it, you're setting yourself up for failure. I always say it. I've said it on almost every wake-up call I've been on. You can do this part-time, but you can't do it sometimes. We've got to write out a schedule. We've got to decide when we're doing our personal development. We've got to decide when we're making our calls. We've got to decide when we're doing our blog posts or our marketing or setting up our paid ads. Okay? We've got to decide when we've made time for webinars. Doesn't matter if it's on a very part-time basis, but you need hours of operation, and people are going to take you more seriously. If a prospect says, yeah, I really want to set up a call and know more about what you do. If you say, okay, well, what works for you? Or I'm working all day this week, so maybe we'll just catch up one night this week. Versus saying, okay, well, I set up my calls between 7 and 9 on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Which person are they going to take more seriously? They're going to take the person who has hours of operation, who has a schedule associated with their business, even if it's a part-time business. Okay, so first and foremost, guys, hours of operation, it's a big one. Now, the number 2 thing that all businesses have and that your business is going to have is expenses. Every business has expenses and yours is no different. Okay, I encourage people to take a glass, we need to take a glass half full approach rather than a glass half empty approach here. Okay, the reality is a lot of people starting a home business just like me. Totally broke, totally tapped out. Okay, I had to make major sacrifices just to fund the minor expenses in my business. Okay, now that can be something that gets you down. It can be something you give strength as an excuse or a perceived obstacle. Or we can embrace the fact that this business model has the lowest expenses in comparison, to the upside potential. And that we're literally getting away with pennies on the dollar compared to opening a traditional business. I encourage you guys to embrace that and to understand that your business is going to have expenses. And if you really treat it like a business, you're going to find satisfaction in the fact that you can get off, relatively inexpensively in this industry, and that the potential is darn near limitless. Okay, I've heard Rob Ford say a million times before, don't let being cheap keep you broke. Let's embrace the fact that expenses exist in business. Let's budget for them. Let's make sacrifices for them. Okay, you need to have a budget and a profit and loss statement, and you need to set some money aside. Okay? Because the reality is that that's just the way it works. And, every single person out there, no matter how broke, when I was at my most broke, I still had fat I could trim, shut off my television, change the way I ate, things like that, guys. If that's where you're at, then we got to do what we got to do. And the more action you take with the hours of operation that you've set aside, and that little budget that you have, the sooner you're going to get into profit, the sooner you're going to get a return on your investment. Okay, so we can't just look at this and say, hey, there aren't going to be expenses. There absolutely are. So now the third thing, guys, is forecast. Now I want you to think about this. I'm really taking a traditional business, overview here because, after years and years in restaurant management, I mean, this is the stuff we dealt with, right? When we were in season, out of season, our hours of operation changed. We had expenses. I mean, I managed a profit and loss statement on a daily basis practically, or I managed it on the big one on a monthly basis, but we did forecasts and we watched it very, very closely. We watched our labor numbers each and every day. Okay. And your business is no different. You have expenses. Okay. It's not as complicated as what we used to have to do, but you have the expenses nonetheless. So what else are we going to have? We're going to have forecasts, guys. Okay. Every serious business out there has forecasts. Okay, that's an estimation of what the future holds. Decisions are made in accordance with how your week, your month, your year unfold in comparison to forecasts. So in your home business, the equivalent of forecast is going to be short and long-term goals. Okay? In fact, if your hours of operation and your expenses, they need to line up with your forecast, okay? All the time, guys, I have people put something into my website. They'll go through a work with me page and they'll fill out this big form and they'll say, hey, my desired income is 20 grand a month and I have a $0 marketing budget and I want to work 5 hours a week on this. Well, in my mind, that's not real forecasts lining up with real expenses and real hours of operation. Okay? It just doesn't work like that. This is a business. And if we can treat it like a business, you're going to be blown away by the results. Okay? So set short-term goals, set long-term goals, and then back those up. Okay? Work backwards. Figure out what it's going to cost. Figure out what kind of hours you need to set aside to make this happen. Okay? Now, guys, if you do this, if you set yourself up like this, even if it's 5 hours a week, even if it's 10 hours a week, okay, you're going to start to have clear direction. You're going to start to remove that feeling of overwhelm, of not knowing where to turn next or what to do. And the last thing is expectation of profit. This goes back to, not needing results to make sales. Everybody had to make their first sale. Everybody had to sign up their first rep. And guys, if you're in, with the changes that are going on at MLSP right now, okay, and MLSP being positioned as a profit center and making a shift towards mastery, okay, well, you can have an expectation of larger profit with MLSP. That's for sure. Okay, any for-profit business has this expectation. Okay, your MLM business, your online business, whatever the case may be, should be no different. If you're going to successfully sponsor people, you have to believe that you're going to be in profit. If you're going to successfully make sales to people, you have to believe that they can get into profit. All right? And if you have the first three things in place, it's very, very possible and it's very realistic for you to have an expectation of profit. If you don't, if you're just winging it with your schedule, okay, if you're not willing to set a small amount of money aside for your expenses, if you don't have short and long-term goals set, well, then I don't know why you would expect a profit. You're winging it, okay? And we're business owners, guys. It doesn't matter how much it costs you. It doesn't matter how part-time it is. Today, I want you to step into the shoes of the CEO of $1 million company. I want you to step into the shoes of a business owner. I want you to get that calendar out and say, this is when I do business. I want you to look at that budget and say, this is what I can spend on my business. I want you to get a piece of paper out and I want you to write down your short-term and long-term goals for your business. And then I want you to walk around knowing with confidence that you're going to work this thing until you're in profit. Now, Do businesses profit right away? Guys, you're listening to a guy on the line right here that made one sale in his first 6 months in network marketing, generated only 20 leads in his first 6 months after that in MLSP. So that's a whole year without being in profit. Did I still have expenses? Yes. Did I still have hours of operation? Yes. Did I still have goals? Yes. Now, were they all in line like they are now? No. And that's the reason why I wasn't getting where I needed to be. I don't want you guys to go through that struggle, and that's why I'm telling you this today. So understand that if you have an expectation of profit, if you truly believe that you're going to be in profit, if you truly believe that you're sitting at the desk of a future $1 million business, if you truly believe that you're going to make this happen, then setting time aside is not hard. Then spending money on your business is not hard. I make the argument that people who choose to not spend on their business are assuming ahead of time that they won't make any sales. They truly do not have an expectation of profit. They don't have belief that they'll be in profit. Okay? They truly haven't set goals. So guys, okay, hours of operation, embrace expenses. Set your short-term and long-term goals, your forecasts, and move forward starting today with an expectation of profit. Not a, I'm trying this to see if it works. Not a, we'll see how this works out. Guys, there's lots of us that are in big-time profit here. Okay, in multiple businesses. So set that expectation today. Now, I'm going to head over to the Facebook page, guys. I'm going to go into the group today. Okay, and I want your comments, your questions, whatever. I'm going to stay in there about 5-10 minutes and chat around. So I'd love to get any of your questions answered. I'd love to get your feedback on this call. Jump on these calls, guys. This is a great way. This is a great way to set a schedule. Get on the call every morning, okay? Or set a time when you listen to the recording. You know, I'm working with an accountability partner right now. A buddy of mine, he's in my business. Does he have massive results? No, he's got good results, and they'll be better. Okay, you don't need to have this monster accountability partner. But we've made an agreement. Every day at 8:30 a.m., we have a 5-minute chat with each other. 5 minutes. What does that do? It sets the schedule, guys. Those are hours of those fall into hours of operation. We talk about how many exposures we're getting for the day. We talk about what our content plans are and what else we're doing. Okay, real quick. Make sure we're both on the same page. This is important stuff, guys. And if you have a business, okay, if you're treating this like a business, you're going to embrace this stuff. So we're 20 minutes past the hour. I don't want to keep you guys any longer. I want to turn your back to your businesses so you can make sure that these 4 things are in place. I hope you enjoyed the call today. Can't wait to see you over in the Facebook group.